Greetings and salutations, church family. As I prepared for I Am Creation, a lot of things crossed my mind because as we have all learned, as we have lived, there are experiences that we have had that have not produced us or evolved us to our fullest potential. So I said, whatever it is that I need to hear to reveal this in a way that will assist us to become stronger and empowered and more gentle with ourselves and understanding with ourselves, that it will assist us into understanding that we are creation. So let us start, as I always do, by clearing our minds of any thoughts that we have had prior to this moment. And as we realize going forward that we are connected to a power that is greater than ourselves. And if we activate it, we will realize we are creation. And it is in that connection of understanding and allowing spirit to work and operate through us that we will become more aware of who, whose, and what we are. And from that point forward, we will evolve and see ourselves differently and become empowered. So let us affirm, I realize and I release all thoughts prior to this moment, and I focus on my inner self to vanquish all thoughts of doubt, separation, inadequacy, insufficiency in my experiences. And I allow the power of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and harmony to sweep through my mind and assist me to understand that I am creation. A realization that we are connected to this world that we call life at its essence is essential, with the understanding that it is all energy and transmutes itself to us through composition and based on our comprehension. That we are the architects and the alchemists we're looking for. We can alter the experiences that we have molded, because it is only through our thoughts that we have manifested any experiences that we've had in our lives, good, bad, or not so good, or not so bad. However it evolved, it is a realization of what we have thought prior to this moment. Knowledge and understanding unlocks the door as we move through the levels or degrees of consciousness based on our commitment to making progress. So if we want to make progress, we have to realize that the choice that we've had, that we made, put us in this position. And as we want to alter it, we need to change what we've done, the pattern. So in the Science of Mind, in chapter 2, it states, nature awaits on man's self-recognition. Man as he now appears is the result of evolution. But in order to evolve, he had to have a principle from which to unfold. Since man is intelligent, he must, he must have evolved from an intelligent cause. So if we start right there with that premise, we are from an intelligent cause. Therefore, we are intelligent. We have to accept the responsibility of the power that we possess, this intelligence that we have, because that is from the premise in which we are creating. And as we make decisions in our lives, it reveals to us we have self-choice, and the results will advise us on how to approach our next situation. The results of our decisions build our understanding also. And this understanding brings to us that the power we possess. It brings us closer to the power we possess, which evolves us and assists us as we and through our maturation. So if we're looking to adjust, if we're looking to adapt, if we're looking to be better people, if we're looking to be more financially aware, if we're looking to be more helpful, whatever it is we're looking forward to being, we must look into this circumstance we're in and allow it to reveal itself to us, what it is that we're doing. And how we do that? By listening to what we are being advised to do. Because without this process, we would not discover who we are and what we are in potential. We are not mechanical, but we are connected to the source. This understanding unlocks the door to our future choices. And our obedience to the process produces results that we call miracles. But in fact, they are natural occurrences. This is teaching us we are creation. Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind says it like this: the principle of any science is invisible, theoretical, as is our idea of spirit. No one has seen God. No one has seen life. What we have seen is the manifestation of life. No one has seen intelligence. We experience it. As we grasp this understanding that we are using the power given to us by divine design and allow it to work through us, our experiences will produce change. Whomever we have trusted to shape us, and we did not test their theories as we struggled without mastering the process, we won't fully understand the power, potential, and possibilities awaiting us on the other side. Because if the results we have seen, if the teacher taught us in a way that it was not quite clear, and we did not produce results that we looked forward to, or the information did not sit well with us, we did not understand it in a way in which we can produce better results or a greater experience in our lives. Therefore, in lies what it is we are needing and are required to awaken to, and that's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And it only happens as we make decisions. We experience life at the level of our understanding or lack of understanding. And so, if we experience lack, regardless of how or who's to blame, it is up to us to alter the choice to get a different result. Causation is only an effect of what has happened after we have made a decision on how we address whatever issue we may find ourselves experiencing. To know thyself is so critical to us that it determines what we experience in this life. Where we are born, our age, or our heritage does not determine our destiny. It is our understanding of who we are, our commitment to learning from our mistakes, and our resiliency to build from where we are. You see, it don't matter how we got there. It don't matter how deep we fell into the abyss. It doesn't matter how many times we try to drink it away, smoke it away. And I'm not saying these things are bad. I'm saying if we do these things to the detriment of self. See, it is only when we do things and we hurt ourselves based on what we think about what it is we've done, or we've lost our way and we feel we're disconnected from this power. That's when we hurt ourselves. That's when we mistreat others. That's when we have problems. We no longer are trusting or believing that this power is right there with us, assisting us. Awaken, awaken, sons and gods and daughters of the Most High, and affirm with me, I am creation. I am one with creation, and creation has formed me. Therefore, I am empowered to resolve any circumstances as they are created by me. Oh, yeah, they're created by me. Therefore, they will change by me, by the renewing of my mind, that I am one with creation. I am creation. I am one with creation, and creation has formed me. Therefore, I am empowered to resolve any circumstance as they are created by me. In John 15:5, it says it this way: I am the vine, you are the branches. If ye remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. It goes on to say, apart from me, you will do nothing. In other words, If you don't follow the methods, you will make mistakes and experience difficulties. Because it is only when we are unable to solve an issue, it's because we don't understand the process. We don't understand how we got there. And that is the challenge. And that is why in this chapter also, it mentions about a mathematician and understanding the problem. Because if you don't understand how to get to, which is the process, the method in which to follow, therefore in lies the problem. But if we sit back and we break down each moment of how we got to where we are, that is when we can change and get a different result. As we have learned through some of the choices we have made that has brought us challenges, we must adjust as we proceed to resolve our issues. Jesus did this by always signifying the importance of God, such as the Father and I are one. My Father hears me always, and greater is he that is within me. Jesus based everything on what he did on that premise, that it is not me. I have no power but the power that was given unto me. I am connected to the source. And as I believe and accept this, I can change. I will change the circumstance. We must see ourselves with this power within us. We must recognize that we have power and dominion over our circumstances. Through this power that was given us through our spiritual awakening. First, we must know that we have the ability through our birth, and if we struggle, we should call on him with prayer, meditation, and affirmations. It is only when we use the word, in the beginning was the word, that we can make contact with the source. It is one of the ways. And our words have the power to build whatever it is we say. It goes out into the void. We say void, but you got to remember these are only terms to express it from a perspective to help us, assist us to understand the power and its operation. And it's up to us because individually we're on our own path to evolve and understand this information to empower ourselves to become more enlightened. And the more enlightened we are, the more beneficial this power will be to us because it is revealing to us how strong we are. Because it's not that we fall down, it's that we have the ability and the power, and we must have the wherewithal to get up and realize that I can do this. I'm only unable to because I'm not believing in myself. And it's not that it is me, it's that power that is within me. Not me, what is within me, I am empowered to overcome. And everyone in the human family have had experiences that have cause them to not see themselves as powerful as they realize, as they think they are. And then an experience came and it proved to them that they had the power. And then they used that power to overcome that situation, that circumstance, or to resolve the issue that they were in. It is only through the belief that we will evolve. And so Philippians 4:6-7 explains it to us in this way. Despite what happens, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard our hearts and our minds in Christ Jesus. See, as we begin to speak ourselves with this power, with this understanding, knowing we will be led to, we will be led by, we will be led through, because our ancestors have realized it and someone wrote it down. Someone wrote it down and now we can read it. And if we follow it, we can create a better world, a better society, an evolving society, because evolution is real. Evolution is happening all the time. And we are a part of the process. And as we look forward to our evolving with hope, belief, and commitment, there is nothing that can stop us. We will only get better through what we have accepted. Our words are creative, and when we speak them with belief and trust they will not return, delivering us or vanquish the circumstance that we produced. The universal spirit and soul will it will deliver through its duty or corroboration upon the word spoken, anytime, anywhere, and always. And all we have to do is speak, believe, and release. Speak your word, believe your word, and release it. Watch what happens. Stand back with expectations, realizing that we are creation, and watch what happens. Proverbs goes on to say, all we have to do is trust in the Lord. Just trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And all that's saying is if we're not producing the results that we want, we're talking about that negative understanding that we now possess, that ignorant understanding that we now possess, not having evolved to the place where we're knowing that we have this power. See, that's all it's saying. See, we are connected. It's just sometimes how we read this at times how we read the Bible, it confuses us. And so therefore we're unable to see behind the information to realize that we are empowered with it. And so it goes on to say in Proverbs, in all your ways, acknowledge him. So just like I said prior to, thank you, Heavenly Father. The Father in me is giving me this power, this ability. And when we do that, he shall direct our paths. See, it's written now. There is no excuse. And we can read now, and we can take our time now, and we can create and produce what it is, what we want, by being patient. And that's why I say it's be patient, because it knows that what it's saying is that patience is required because we've done things and results have happened. So therefore, sometimes when we're doing something and it don't happen, we think it ain't possible, it can't happen, but it's saying, hold on, wait on the Lord. because he will deliver. But you first have to connect the dots, the mind with the power, or the third eye, or the universal spirit. Call it what you want to, but we have to connect the dots in order to receive the prize. Once we recognize I am creation in us and acknowledge God as the one doing the work through us, our understanding will grow substantially and we will attain, produce, and remove any circumstance that will not evolve us to greatness. Yes, we're great. Look all around and see what has been produced. We are a part of what has produced. Therefore, let us bless ourselves. Let us love ourselves even more. Let us appreciate ourselves even more, regardless of what it looks like now. Regardless, it happens. That's why Donnie McKirkin said, we fall down, but we get up. Les Brown said we fell down, but at least be happy that you can look up to see what you can pull on to get up. Man, we have it. All these words that we've heard people, philosophers, spiritual advisors, life coaches, is trying to encourage us to see ourselves differently, to recognize that we are this thing. Yeah, I may have been born in a manger, but I am strong because I'm empowered from creation to be great. Some people say, well, not all of us. Yeah, we all are in potential, but you have to develop it. You can't make mistakes and you can't blame your circumstances on where you're from, what you've done, what mama told you and daddy done and things they've done and this. We can't, if you do that, you're never going to see how to evolve because we're looking at what has held us back, what has held us down, why we can't be successful. If you want to change, you have to accept that I am different. I want to be different, and I'm going to choose differently going forward. You want to be new? You got to act new. You can't do the same thing over and over if it hasn't brought you results. Mishaps does not define us, but proves to us there is another way. And as we contemplate our decisions, we will be given alternative views in which to try. These lessons are merely expanding our knowledge. If we are not conscious of what we are thinking or don't adapt, then we are bound to repeat the disappointments experience. And so it is with our success. If we repeat the action, we will succeed repeatedly. The only mystery to solve is that we are made in the image and likeness and have been given power and dominion over. And we create our realities by our thoughts or lack of vision of a more perfect world. That's why it is written, without a vision, the people will perish. There is no hope or justice for all. Continuous chaos will be our demise or break down our world. And this is what happens when we are unable to demonstrate the power that we have. There's just been a breakdown in our commitment, our communication. And just like the war in Ukraine, it's the same thing. when we have lost hope or look for reasons to justify violent behaviors, inconsiderate of others, or use any excuse to violate anyone, including ourselves, we are looking at the situation from our hurt, our disappointments, our dissatisfaction, and humiliations that we have experienced, and we use them as an excuse to attack others. We must look harder, like Rafiki told Simba in The Lion King. Look harder. How we decide to handle situations provides us the information required to resolve our issues. Now, in Lion King, if you recall, Simba was to inherit the kingdom, i.e., we're supposed to inherit the kingdom once we have evolved or developed. So, as Simba was learning, he was trusting and doing things and trying to discover who he was, and found himself in the bones of the valley, right? And these are the same stories that's in our book, the valley of the dry bones, same thing, right? And so as Simba did, but he loved his uncle, but yet the closest thing that he trusted in and believed is the one thing that tricked him into hurting himself, i.e., choices we make us think good about something, and that thing that we did brought us a disconnect from what it is that should be happening, and it brought about a condition that was traumatizing, that was difficulty, and brought desperation. Right? This is how it works. And this is how we have to begin to see life. Don't see God far off, sitting on a throne like a genie, blinking his eye, giving you this when that's okay, when you've done that and how you've done that. No, we're the ones that's making the decision. And so Simba had to go away and find himself. And this is what our situations and circumstances are telling us, to go find yourself so you can be yourself and resolve your issues. So he leaves his family, runs away, finds this beautiful place, but he's not happy. He's not content. He's still thinking about what he should be doing and where he should be and how his father died based on what he did. All these things, same thing happened to us. We can't sleep. We're worried about these decisions that we made that put us in this place. We've done this, we've done that. We refinanced, we did this, all this stuff that we've done, these choices. Oh, I went over there. I shouldn't have went there. I went by there, so and so. He asked me for this. Same thing. But then when Rafiki saw it, when he began to pray down, and then when he sees his friend, he has a connection. He's like, oh, and he has a realization that I must go back and face the situation that I have put myself in. See, we got to go back to them situations and face them and deal with them, and then we will be empowered to overcome. This is what it is that we must do. This is why it's waiting on us to be who we are. So like Rafiki say, look harder at who you are and what you have and what is the potential and possibilities. You see, and when he went back and he faced his troubles, yeah, it looked desolate when he looked out over. Oh, then his friends who came, who was helping him, said, oh, you fighting for this? Yes, you're fighting for it because it's going to free you. We don't know what it looks like, but we know what we want it to look like. Therefore, we have to fight for it. Stand up and be the man, the woman that you want to be. Don't base it on what has happened. That's confusion. That's conflict. That's destruction. That's disconnection. It don't build. It don't transform. But if you go back and you look at that moment and you say, I can, and you tell Scar, tell him you lied. Tell them you mistrusted. See, you stand up to your problem. Then you overcome it. Then you are empowered. See, we have to, and see, when we do this in a negative way, we're rationalizing our behavior. This neglect of being irresponsible, it produces feelings such as remorse, regret, and shame. When we experience these emotions, creation is signaling to us to change directions, alter our course of action and decisions. Creation is so intertwined with us that without our minds or the thinker, nothing would happen until we realize we are the creators, innovators, and illuminators of this thing we call life. We will delay our progress and wander through the maze of confusion until we agree that the Father and I are one. We must accept that I am creation. By changing our thoughts, we will change our destiny. And thinking differently will reveal to us new creations. How glorious to know that we can change our circumstances by changing our thoughts and discovering that we are creation. In closing, remember to watch what we're thinking, believe what we think, and thank God for the thoughts. And remember, in John 12:44, he that believeth on me believeth not on me, but on him that sent me. The power behind, the producer behind, the one with all the ideas, all the creativity, the great imagination, the great manifester of life is in each of us. Mark 9:23. All, all things are possible for the one that believes. You see, it's already written down. All we got to do is read it, believe it, and speak. I am creation. And once we do that, and then we should solidify it by saying, and so it is. And so it is. Peace and blessings, church family. I love and appreciate you all. Bless.